The tallest people on earth are from Africa. This statement might surprise many, as we often hear about tall populations in Europe or America, but Africa holds some of the tallest ethnic groups in the world. In this video, we explore the remarkable height of African people, the reasons behind it, the specific communities involved, and how their height influences their culture and lifestyle. Before I continue, I am Teresa, and if you're new here, consider subscribing to this channel. Don't forget to turn on post notification because that will notify you whenever we drop new content on this channel. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and share. So, when we talk about height, we refer to the average stature of adults within a group. The tallest ethnic groups in the world are mainly found in East Africa, with some communities averaging over 6 feet tall for men. These groups include the Nilotic people such as the Dinka, Nuer, and Maasai. Their height isn't just a coincidence, but a fascinating blend of genetics, environment, and culture. One of the most famous tall groups is the Dinka people of South Sudan. The average height of Dinka men can be around 6 feet 3 inches, around 190 centimeters, making them among the tallest populations globally. This height is notable, especially considering the limited resources and challenging living conditions in their environment. But why are the Dinka so tall? Scientists suggest that their height is an evolutionary adaptation. For the Dinka, height provides an advantage in their lifestyle as cattle herders and warriors. Taller bodies help in heat regulation, which is vital in the hot African climate. Long limbs increase surface area, allowing their bodies to dissipate heat more effectively. This evolutionary trait, combined with their diet and genetics, has contributed to their impressive stature over generations. Another group that shares a similar height trait is the Maasai of Kenya and Tanzania. Known worldwide for their distinct culture and colorful dresses, Maasai men also average around 6 feet tall. Their traditional diet, rich in milk, meat, and blood from cattle, is high in protein and nutrients that support growth and overall health. This diet, paired with genetics, supports their tall stature. The Nuer people, neighbors to the Dinka in South Sudan, also exhibit tall statures, often similar to their Dinka relatives. Their pastoral lifestyle and diet contribute significantly to their height. Like the Dinka, the Nuer rely heavily on cattle, which provide essential nutrition, including proteins and vitamins that promote growth. Interestingly, studies show that height isn't purely genetic, but influenced by environmental factors such as diet, health, and lifestyle. For example, the Nilotic people's diet includes high levels of animal protein, which helps with growth and bone development. Additionally, their active lifestyle, involving herding and walking long distances, promotes strong skeletal development. Genetics, however, remain a key player. The Nilotic people share genetic markers that contribute to their tall stature. Researchers studying DNA samples from these groups have identified genes related to height that are most prevalent in Nilotic populations than others. This combination of genetics and environment makes their height truly remarkable. Height can also influence social status and cultural identity among these groups. In many East African communities, tall stature is admired and associated with strength, beauty, and leadership. Among the Maasai, for instance, tall men are often seen as more attractive married partners and capable warriors. Height is intertwined with their sense of pride and identity. This emphasis on height is not just about physical appearance but also practical advantages. Taller individuals can perform better in activities such as cattle herding, hunting, and community defense. Their height can be intimidating in conflict and advantageous in long-distance travel or endurance activities common in their lifestyle. While height is celebrated, it also brings some challenges. For instance, taller people require more food and nutrients to maintain their health. In times of scarcity, this can be difficult, especially in regions prone to drought or famine. Nevertheless, these communities have adapted well over centuries to balance their nutritional needs with environmental constraints. The tradition of tall stature in these African populations has been noted since early anthropological studies. Explorers and scientists traveling through East Africa in the 19th and 20th centuries were amazed at the height of Nilotic peoples compared to other African groups and the global average. Their observations sparked interest in studying human diversity and adaptation. More recent research continues to explore how height relates to human evolution. Scientists believe that taller stature in Nilotic people may have evolved as a response to the environment's demands, such as the need for efficient heat regulation and physical endurance. This shows how human bodies adapt over time to their surroundings. Height also plays a role in sport and athletics. Many East African athletes, particularly runners from Kenya and Ethiopia, come from tall ethnic groups. Their long legs and lean bodies are well suited for long distance running, contributing to their global dominance in track events. This athletic prowess is partially linked to their genetic and physical attributes, including height. Not only Nilotic groups, but other African communities also exhibit notable height. For example, the Tutsi people from Rwanda and Burundi are known for their tall stature, often averaging above 6 feet for men. Their history as pastoralists and warrior echoes that of the Nilotic people, with height linked to survival and social structure. So in contrast, some African groups are shorter on average due to different environmental pressures and lifestyles. For instance, the Pygmy people of Central Africa are notably shorter, which is another fascinating example of human adaptation to dense forest environments. This diversity shows the incredible range of human physical traits across Africa. The height of these tall African groups has also impacted how they are perceived by outsiders. Historically, European explorers often described Nilotic people as giants because of their height. This perception shaped early anthropological studies and sometimes creates myths about giant tribes in Africa, though these were grounded in real physical traits. Modern studies use more scientific tools like genetic analysis and anthropometry to understand these traits without exaggeration. This helps clarify that height among Nilotic people is a natural, well-documented phenomenon rooted in biology and culture. It also highlights the importance of respecting human diversity. Height differences can also be affected by urbanization and modernization. Some studies suggest that as Nilotic people move to cities and adopt different diet and lifestyles, average height may change over generations. Access to modern healthcare and nutrition can either increase or stabilize their stature depending on conditions. Moreover, climate change and environmental shifts might influence height trends. For populations adapted to hot climates with lean, tall bodies, changes in temperature and food availability could affect growth patterns in the future. This ongoing adaptation is part of the dynamic relationship between humans and their environment. The tall stature of African people challenges common stereotypes and broad generalizations about African populations. It showcases the continent's rich biological diversity and the powerful ways humans adapt to their surroundings. Celebrating this diversity helps promote a more accurate and respectful understanding of African cultures. Height also has symbolic meaning in many African cultures beyond physical traits. In some traditions, being tall is linked to spiritual strength, wisdom, and connection to ancestors. Ceremonies and rites of passage may celebrate tallness as a sign of readiness for leadership or adulthood. On a global scale, the tallest people from Africa remind us how human variation is vast and influenced by many factors. It shows that Africa is not just a single story, but a mosaic of people, each with unique traits that tell the story of human evolution, culture, and survival. It's fascinating to note that despite their height, many Nilotic groups maintain strong communal bonds and modest lifestyles. Their height does not isolate them, but often brings them together in cultural practices such as dancing, storytelling, and communal gatherings, where physical presence is part of social expression. So in conclusion, the tallest people on earth being from Africa, particularly from the Nilotic groups, is a remarkable fact filled with layers of meaning from biology and environment to culture and identity. Understanding this helps us appreciate the diversity of the human species and the unique stories each community carries. Next time you think about the tallest people on earth, remember to look towards Africa, a continent where nature, culture, and history combine to produce some of the most impressive statures known to humanity. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the tallest people on earth, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comment below. Let's celebrate human diversity together.